Good afternoon and welcome to the Unprofessional Professional Sports Podcast. I am BA here along with Keith Ingle, James Dave Drain, Martin, and Bo Crouch. Hope you gentlemen are doing great this afternoon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. And the eve of draft day. Which, by the way, we did a movie preview of that on Tuesday, me and James. So if you
nice.
That, yeah. So I figured draft day.
I mean, great.
All the wizardry and magic and everything else fantasy that came out in that movie. Probably, I mean, that Sonny Weaver, was able to conjure up, so.
It's like Chris Berman was like making all the chemistry in that too. He was like, started off with the number 7 draft pick, turned it into a number 1, took 3 number 1 draft picks. I was like, dude, you're making a paragraph out of this whole situation. But anyway, so we have that in the NHL playoffs and the NBA playoffs. I think we should start with the NBA because, hey, it's the NBA. So there's a lot of teams that have squared up over the past couple of days in the playoffs. We got the Knicks and the Hawks tied at 1. Celtics and Sixers tied at 1. We got if I can get this damn screen to work better. Nuggets and Timberwolves are tied at 1. Spurs and Trailblazers are tied at 1. And the Lakers and the Cavaliers have a commanding 2-0 lead in their playoff series.
It's called a foot in your ass league.
Right, yeah. Any surprises with these 1-1s? Anybody finding any surprises here? Or do you think
the Knicks are surprised because they control that game for, all but the last 3 minutes. I mean, geez, I've seen it so many times with the Knicks. And Mike Brown, I think did a horrible job and got out coached badly at the end of this game. So yes, that surprises me that they're not up 2-0 going in. A little surprised at the 76ers beating up the Celtics the way they did last night. I'd rather lose that game that way than the way the Knicks lost, though, quite frankly. That's less painful to me. But no, not really. A little surprised at the 1-0 games that your Pistons lost game 1. But other than that, I would think things are going about the way I would have expected them. I thought the Knicks and Hawks would go 7 anyway. I know some people are thinking 5 games. The Hawks are pretty good. I think they showed you exactly what they're made of there in the fourth quarter, Monday night, whatever night that was. I lose track of the days, as you guys know. I think it was Monday. Sounds like I'm losing my mind, right? But no, a lot of fun. I love it's playoff time. It's fun finally. It's hard to watch the NBA sometimes until we get to this point in the calendar. So
true.
There we go.
I mean,
Knicks meltdowns feel inevitable.
Yes,
right?
they do, right?
I mean, going into the playoffs, one of the first things I said is the Knicks are going to nick it up, right? Like they're just going to. And for them to completely implode in the fourth quarter there, like you're watching it, and if you've watched basketball ever, you're like, yeah, no, that makes sense. Like,
and Mike Brown leaves himself a lot of time out at the end of the game, which is horrendous. I mean, again, you shouldn't even needed it, but I'm not going to get it. People are getting on Mikal Bridges, but what do you got to do? You got to get the ball to somebody, and he wasn't a big part of the offense in either game 1 or game 2. But It's not his fault. This team just melted down and should be 2-0, and it's 1-0. Quinn Snyder's a better coach. He's a very good coach. I mean, he's one of the more underrated guys in the NBA in my mind. Did a great job.
I think my biggest concern out of the 1-1s was Wemby's face plant on the floor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A good look.
He's in concussion protocol.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be very curious if he gets to be on the floor next time through. Because if not, then obviously that series feels very different if Wemby can't be out there. So yeah, that's probably one of the bigger storylines to keep an eye on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, looking at the New York thing, it's like New York has this. They're going to just do what they're going to do. Like the Jets are going to jet, the Knickerbockers are going to Knickerbock.
Yeah, and the Mets will Met, right?
So those are big surprises for me. I mean, the Knicks one, I wasn't surprised by, judging by the first game that I saw. I thought it'd be close, as it was very close. I mean, like you said, but it was a little bit of a meltdown. But you got to give a little credit to C.J. McCollum playing great. They saved him from that wizardry madness that he got sent to the Barren Island up there. And Kuminga, those two together, man, they actually have a really good team. And so I like the Knicks to still win this series, but I figured that Atlanta would at least get 1 or 2 games out of this situation. And my biggest surprise, honestly, and I think it should be everybody's surprise, is that the Lakers are up 2-0 on Houston right now. Mind you, KD was out the first game, and you can see that he played well the first half in the second game, but he only had 3 points in the second half of this game. What's great to me about this series is that you're looking at the Lakers. LeBron is dictating and doing what he needs to do and elevating players around him, but he's got which I knew would be a key factor if he was able to play. And this was Marcus Smart, former Defensive Player of the Year of Boston, is playing out of his mind. He's giving you 3 and D. I mean, D stands for you know what, your you know what, and he's he's given a great defense to this team, and he had 5 steals in his game. 5, count them. And Houston's not giving any offense outside of KD. They're not giving you any offense but LeBron, 28, 7, and 8. This is vintage LeBron at 41, and he blew by KD with a backwards dunk in the game. In-game dunk, but he's showing out. So if they go to Houston and win game 3, it's over. It's a sweep. And I don't know, or at least a gentleman's sweep. But that would be my surprise, is that how well they're playing, and they clamped down on them in the second half defensively, and without Luka and without Austin Reeves. So,
I'm glad you mentioned Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart's an underrated player. He just goes out there and does all the dirty work. It doesn't show up in the box score. He did it same thing with the Celtics, and I think the Celtics have missed that since he's been gone. He was a big piece of their championship team, and he might be, I don't think the Lakers will win a championship, but he's going to be a big part of however far they get, because he's just that type of player.
And it just gives time for the other 2 players to come back.
Yeah.
I mean, if they can continue to win, this will give more healing, in time. I mean, Aiden is playing well as well. Again, these guys, that helps them in the middle. It's going to be a different story if they meet up with Denver. So, but that's always been the Achilles heel. But to me, when LA went up for a championship run in 2020 in the bubble, the biggest factor, the X factor, was Rajon Rondo. And right now it's going to be Marcus Smart. If he stays healthy and he plays that role and he's playing right there, that's exactly what they need. And I think he galvanizes the guys defensively. So he's just that guy for me. And again, the biggest surprise would be LA up 2-0 on Houston.
You really think that was the biggest contributing factor in the bubble? I think it was the fact that they got 3 months to rest, and AD was actually available.
Yeah, no, I agree. But everybody had to play, and you had to beat them. So they played everybody that they were supposed to play, and they beat them.
Yep.
So I mean, and again, they beat Denver too. Denver was probably the team they probably should have won.
Well, today, teams that have played just one game will be playing tonight. The Pistons and the Magic, the Thunder and the Suns, and those two teams will be playing this evening, along with, I believe, nope, those are only two teams that are playing tonight. So, yep, those two teams will be playing tonight to get their series at 2. I see me. Obviously, I'm biased to this situation, but I see the Pistons coming back in this next game. I don't think they're going to go 2 games and be boo-boo. So
I would think
I just don't see. They didn't play Pistons basketball the first game. They did not play well at all. Yeah. So
no. Everybody else did get the same amount of rest. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they needed that rest because we've seen them play before.
Mm-hmm. And Phoenix and OKC, think if OKC is going to take a 2-0 lead in this one?
Yeah, I think they win the series in 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So now we have we've had some awards go out in the NBA as well. Also, the side note, I'm going to catch up to that too about Chicago's coach situation. San Antonio Spurs forward Keldon Johnson was named the NBA 6-man player of the year. So that's awesome for him. Let's see. We had some other ones that were also in the middle of that too.
Elizabeth, as a Sonics fan, I really agree with the last part of that.
Yeah, you will never get any complaint from Bo about the OKC.
That is for sure. Yeah.
And Cheryl played really well the other night. That's a good call there. He's a guy who there's a lot of guys you don't think about being really good players on the Magic, and Banchero's one of them.
Yeah, he doesn't always show up.
Yeah.
It usually happens when you don't play defense, though. Oh, like I said, the Pistons did not play the way the Pistons have been playing this whole season. They played basically opposite what they did. So when you do that for that team, that's
and Matt,
we're going to get to the NFL. We're going to get to the NFL.
I was going to say we'll get there. We'll get there.
Hold your horses, Cowboy.
Yeah, no, we definitely have NFL on tap with the draft this week.
So Donovan being let go in Chicago, was that a surprise for everybody? Or do you think that it was time for him to get booted?
I'm not shocked at all. In fact, I've been hearing. I saw Danny's comment. I think the answer to his. I'm not surprised Donovan's gone. I think his answer about Thibodeau is tied to the Chicago job. I think Tom Thibodeau's headed back to the Bulls. There's been a lot of chatter about that the last couple of weeks, and now it comes to fruition. I think when Billy Donovan didn't go to UNC, Bulls fans and basketball fans thought that Donovan was staying in Chicago. I never thought that was the case. He just wouldn't leave before the season was over, so that's why he didn't get that job. I've been hearing a lot about Thibodeau.
Tom, come down to New Orleans, Tom. They could use you. We can use that guy, and you can keep Zion in line and keep him out of the buffet line. Come on, thank you, Tom. That's all you.
I mean, if you want a year off, I know there's this team coming to the Northwest that might need a coach.
He's already had a year off. So get him quick. The Knicks might want him back here by round 2. You never know.
Oh my goodness.
What do you think about? Somebody said about Thibodeau going down there to Chicago. I mean,
I think Thibodeau. I think that's a very real possibility.
Well, everybody's ready for football.
We're getting to that. We're getting to that football. Yep. What's up, Sonia? How you doing?
Hello, Sonia.
Hey, Sonia.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and since we got off the topic of the NBA, we
mention the defensive player of the year. That's Wemby.
Wemby.
Oh yeah, defensive player of the year is the unconscious Wemby.
He'd probably still be the defensive player of the year playing unconsciously.
I mean,
Oh yeah, happy anniversary, Keith.
Oh,
as little defense as they play, yes.
I owe it all to my
They
wife.
want Boston, yeah. You got to get past Atlanta first.
That's a great answer, sir.
What up, Doe? All right, so we got another playoff situation going on. That would be the NHL playoffs.
Yep.
Playoffs. Now, to be honest with you, I'm not a big hockey guy because my Red Wings ain't in it. I'm more of a fanboy when it comes to hockey. So I got the Sabres and Boston. This is one series I'm actually watching. They're tied at 1. We got the Lightning and the Canadiens tied at 1. We also got the Hurricanes over the Senators 2-0. And the Penguins and Flyers, surprisingly, 2-0 over the Penguins. Avalanche, go figure, 2-0 over the Kings. Stars and Wild are tied at 1. The Golden Knights and the Mammoth are tied at 1. That's Utah, by the way. Edmonton and the Ducks, the Oilers and the Ducks. Edmonton's got a 1-0 lead in that. I don't know how much everybody's been watching the NHL playoffs or watching the NHL in general. I know Colorado has been very strong this year and are the favorites to win the Cup. Has anybody really been paying attention to the playoffs so far?
Being a Ranger fan, I'm kind of in the boat you are. I haven't paid as close attention as I would, but I like the playoffs, and I'll get into this as we go along. I have paid attention to the Sabres a little bit, being close to that area and them not being any good for a long time. What? Everybody's got to be. It's nice to see the Sabres relevant. I think the East has got some really interesting matchups in the first round there with the Sabres and Bruins, as you mentioned. The Canadiens back and playing the Lightning. It feels like, the Canadiens have had a few rough years here as well. It's nice to see them back in form. And that Penguins Flyer is a big rivalry matchup. So it's some interesting matchups in the East, and I'm sure out West. It's funny. The better teams, I think, are out West, but yeah. I thought that last year too, before Florida actually won.
Yeah, like I said, I've been really kind of following the Sabres and Bruins because I like the Sabres story this year.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they lost a close one yesterday, but it's going to be interesting. I want to see some of these teams actually, like the Sabres. I want to actually see the Hurricanes do something this year. And they get there and it's like, and they get eliminated. So I need to see them. Since we don't have to worry about Florida anymore, since they were a failure of life this season.
Boy.
Like the Wings.
Yeah, they definitely fell apart. It kind of looked like Dallas was going to in that first game.
What's up, Jay?
They did not show up at all. Like they forgot that they had hockey to play. And so they came in game 2 and right the ship a little bit. But yeah, that first game being outscored 6-1, like they did not show up in any way.
Yeah, so our games for today is going to be the Pittsburgh
had hockey to play
and Philadelphia are going at each other for game 3. Dallas and Minnesota are going against each other. Anaheim and Edmonton, and those are the 3 games today. So even if you don't watch, just watch like a period or so of NHL hockey. So you could say you got into the hockey, hockey spirit, I guess.
I got a question that Bo will probably know the answer to. Is Pags going to the game tonight and then to the draft tomorrow? Is he getting to the game tonight? Do you know?
No, so he doesn't get to do the game tonight. He actually has a charity poker tournament.
Oh, okay.
So
all right.
his poker tournament that he's hosting has a bunch of the other NFL super fans all playing in it. And so
no Chauncey Billups, right?
No Chauncey Billups.
Believe it or not, ESPN's supposed to be stopping by his event though. So that should be kind of cool.
That's awesome. Wow.
Chauncey's just raking the game. He's not playing. He's just getting a cut of the stage.
But so yeah, So no, he won't be at that one. Although his team's doing work against the Pens right now. So
Playing well.
Wow.
He had some good
Shout out
video
to Pags.
of Pittsburgh fans the other night. He had some really good shots of them leaving the game early.
Pags deals from the dog. So Pags isn't playing. He is purely the mouthpiece. He doesn't get to play.
He's not playing?
No, he's not playing.
Oh,
No, because
Shout out to Pags anyway.
His event, right?
Yep.
It's his event, so he has to like
He's a
work
host.
the event. Yeah. But
All right.
thanks for raising some money for what's it for? Do you know what's the charity?
so that's the thing is they're not doing it for a specific one. It's whoever wins gets
Okay.
to pick their charity, which is that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you're
again, shout out to you, Pags.
for yours. So yep. And
All
Scott,
right.
you could have gotten in if you happened to be in Pittsburgh. That being said, I think it's going on now, so you probably won't make it.
Save some money.
All right. So now we are going to the NFL, everybody's much anticipated topic of the day for tomorrow's draft. We already know pretty much who the Raiders are going to pick, but could be a draft day thing. They might not get Bo Callahan. You never know.
That shit
anyway.
Diddy's his agent.
Or they might
Yeah.
still get him, right? Might be one of those where he drops and they still get him.
Your supply of baby oil. That's all you have to get Bo Callahan.
man.
Anyway,
Wow.
the Jets have the number 2 pick. And boy, I wish we had Jack on here. What do we think that they're going to go in this?
Oh, it
It's
doesn't even matter.
Arvell Reese all the way. It's Arvell Reese.
It's Reese. It's Reese. Jack can tell me all he wants. David Bailey's a great player, but Reese is better. It's
Yes.
that simple.
His ceiling is far higher than
Agreed. I
any
agree.
other player that's out here.
I don't care
That's
about
out
all
there
the
in the
great
draft.
players he played with Ohio State. I don't care. He was the best of them. So
Yep.
So he's going to the Jets. That means the real bet is which week does he get hurt?
Oh man,
he'll probably break,
Wow, wish upon a star, huh?
probably
the
when
bad luck New York Jet Juju is coming on.
Whoever they pick, they're there to ruin a career.
Probably
right?
when he gets
Oh.
his home, though, he'll probably break a rib or something.
Oh man. Well, at least he's got the second pick going for him, so he's going to be one of the highest paid players. So,
Yeah.
And
but
most
Jack
of the rookie
is
contracts
he
are-
really thinks David Bailey's going to get picked for sure, though.
Well, he thinks that's who they should pick, but
Yes.
he also thinks Trinidad Shambles will be the number 1 pick next year in the draft. So, again,
There you go, Bo. There's a nice question for you.
Yeah. So Rob, I think there's a good chance that you could do something like that with the Raiders, because I think they're sitting at roughly the 6th spot in the second round there. And I could see them moving up to maybe get their guy, an offensive lineman probably, and keep a 5th-year option. So I could see them doing something like that. Obviously the Seahawks need to trade back. They only have 4 picks in this draft. The 32nd pick only matters if you want a 5th-year option on a guy. What the guys that they're looking for, that would probably be a reach going up that high. So I could absolutely see them trading with somebody that is maybe a mid-second round pick already. And then that allows them to have 2 second rounders and then probably add like a 4th or a 5th or something.
Cardinals may be looking to get back in the first round for that pick for Ty Simpson. It's possible too. So,
Yeah, I mean, do you think he falls that far?
Yeah, he's
should.
overrated.
The guy
Man. He's
should-
good. Yeah.
he should be a mid-second round pick, but
Yeah.
Cardinals are desperate, and he has improved his own lot. To his kudos to him. He has improved his lot more than anybody probably in this draft. I think he was easily a 3rd round pick before when the season ended last year, and I think all the off season workouts and whatnot. I think he's improved his lot. I think there's a very good chance the Cardinals. I don't think the Jets are going to take him at 16 like a lot of people think. I don't think that's going to happen. I think he's still there when you get to either the Patriots. The Patriots are also a possibility to trade out of there to the Cardinals.
Sure.
That pick is kind of screwy with the Patriots too, because I'm still not sure they're not picking for Philadelphia. I still don't know. The talk is no. If the trade happens and it looks like it's going to happen after June 1st, it will be for next year's draft picks. But I don't know that. I don't know that they're not picking for Philadelphia at 31, quite frankly. But if they are picking for themselves, they may trade out. And the Cardinals are the logical choice because they don't have a quarterback.
What?
This woman's trying to take over the show from not even on the show. She told me to put it back out there for you, bro.
Hey, good luck.
Here it is. When is Super Bowl 61? Is that next year's Super Bowl?
Yeah.
I've lost track. I can't number them anymore.
Yeah. So I do expect them to look at a guy in the second round there, Rob. It's
Price.
It's where they picked Walker. It's where they picked Charbonnet. Charbonnet's contract is going to be negotiated next year also. There's a good chance Charbonnet also won't be on this roster. So I could see them going in the second round here. There are a couple of guys that I was kind of looking at there. And Katron Allen out of Penn State fits their system very well. Strong runner, decent hands, good blocker. Kind of fits that tandem back sort of situation. That's more or less what they had in Penn State anyway. Also, Jonah Coleman here at the UW has a very similar skill set, strong runner, can work in a tandem or as a lead back, good hands, and can block. So those are the two guys I think could be decent fits for the way Seattle plays.
You don't like Price in that spot, Bo?
So I don't know that he would be there.
He's going to draw the ire.
He's not going to the first round. In fact, he'll
be in a second. He's going to be a high second.
Yeah.
Sure. That's the thing is if they stay put, right, then they're probably grabbing an offensive guard at that 32nd spot.
Yeah.
And then their second round pick is later in the round. So Price wouldn't still be around.
So if you want to make any draft bets, where should he go?
What's that?
Darian Price?
If you want to make
give a plug there.
He's trying to give you the plug.
Yeah. So, but I can't, Scott, because this isn't my show, so I don't have my slides ready. I'm just a guest.
Hey,
I am not a crook.
Hey, if you
just show up.
What'd you say, B?
I think Jay had a question too.
It was a good question. Very good.
Yeah. So his question was, what's the most important key to being drafted? Physical talent, mental ability, IQ, hunger, blend of all of it.
All the above.
Sorry,
so it is a blend of all of it, but you have to be exceptional at one of them for them to want to bring the rest of it along. So maybe you don't have the best IQ, but your physical ability is off the charts. That can get you drafted as a quarterback 4th overall to the Colts.
Right.
Or, on the other side of that, you can get drafted by having some incredible mental skill. And they're like, okay, you know what? Your physical ability isn't quite there, but your ability to create space makes you valuable. And so you can do it with one of these. Obviously, if you have all of them, you're a number one pick. But you can get drafted with any one of these as long as you are coachable and you can see that there is an upside to the other areas where you're deficient.
Football IQ.
But not I'm about to say not having a major disparity between the two, though,
for sure
can be helpful because we're looking at James Pierce Jr. As having some major disparity. Highly talented guy, but some serious I don't know what to say about that. Some serious other things going on. That's
So
you know,
if I got between two guys, I'm always taking the guy with a higher football IQ every single time over physical talent, because we've seen guys, not just Richardson, but many guys flame out over the years with tremendous raw talent, but you know, a 10-cent head. So
yeah, no, and if you have major disparity like James is talking about there, that is where at the end of the draft day, you become an unrestricted or undrafted free agent.
Right.
And, you know, then your physical ability has to get you on, right? Usually what gets you on at that point is you're either incredibly smart and you find a way to get on a practice squad and earn your way on, or you just have undeniable speed. And they're like, hey, you know what? We're going to try this guy on special teams just to see what we got.
So, Keith, where are the Patriots going in their draft, do you think?
You know, they could go there are a number of ways. I mean, offensive, it kind of depends on who falls. The kid from Alabama, the offensive lineman, I'm having a brain fart here. Somebody can help me out. I've seen him anywhere from like 12 to the second round, but if he's there when the Patriots draft, they may take him. There's been talk about Boston, the wide receiver from Washington, big kid, and they need somebody to go down and win jump balls. They don't have that guy really on the roster. Moody a little bit, but he's more of an over-the-middle kind of guy. Watch out for them drafting a tight end. A lot of talk about the Vanderbilt
Proctor.
Yeah, moving. Caden Proctor's a lineman. Thank you. The tight end from Vanderbilt is a guy who's been moving up the draft boards a lot the last. I think it's a bit of a reach in the first round. He's more of a mid-second round guy, but those are all places they need a tight end. Hunter Henry,
Danny boy, he's starting fights with everybody today.
Oh yeah. I mean, his one with Sonya was hilarious, though.
I will tell you again about Eli Manning and his IQ. The best description I ever heard of Eli Manning is that he's Jay Cutler with 2 Super Bowl wins. So there you go. That's my opinion of Eli Manning.
I mean,
this is a
Jay
question.
Cutler was highly intelligent. He just was like a malcontent.
I mean, as far as career.
Yeah, for sure.
Great. He played 2 great games. So kudos to him.
I mean, not only that, but he also had a couple of the luckiest things ever happen in those games.
Without a doubt.
I mean, like that's not football. Like catching a football on the back of your helmet is not football IQ. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, even if you're trying to push it into your head,
that ball's thrown up for grabs.
I will say for Eli Manning, to defend him a little bit, that was kind of lucky, but he still had some clutch moments in that game. But the second one, he was very clutch to Mario Manningham. That was total clutch.
That was a great throw and a great catch to Manningham for sure.
And even though Tyree did catch that on his helmet, he was clutch early in that play to even get that ball out.
Right.
He should have been
to break away from that defensive. To break away. Yeah.
So I'm not taking it totally away, but at the same time, like that is one of the most unlikely catches of all time.
It is.
And you have to give credit to the defense for pretty much shutting down Tom Brady and Randy Moss.
They were the better team that day. Luck is the residue of good design, I say, and they played well, and you got to put yourself in position to get lucky like that, and they did.
Well,
Rodney Harrison, if I could have anybody on that ball when David Tyree's trying to hold it on his helmet, Rodney Harrison be the one guy I want out there, and he couldn't dislodge that ball. Nobody was gonna.
No, and I mean it's that old adage that luck is when preparation meets opportunity.
Exactly.
Right? Like you got to be ready to rock when it happens.
Right. Yeah. And to Robert's question about the AJ Brown, it's starting to look like it's a done deal, and we're just waiting for June 1st, and where Philly can save $7 million, I think is the number.
Does Rossini get like a finder's fee, or what happens there?
It may not cost it. Yeah. I don't know what the deal is there. It may not even cost a first round draft pick from what I'm starting to hear too. So that'd be interesting.
I mean, to be fair, Danny, we did get another Super Bowl if you remember a few months ago.
I don't remember that either.
No, not the same coach though. I think that's his point.
That's
But
true.
anyway,
No, I know where he was trying to go with
yeah, he's just just Danny. Come on, man.
Didn't that
No,
same
no,
Super Bowl?
What I heard,
that.
what
I
I
always
did hear,
want all the smoke, so I don't care.
what I heard
Bring it
about
on,
that
right, Bo?
AJ trade.
Yep.
What I heard about that AJ trade, Keith, that Booty might be one of the switches.
I'm not making that trade. I wouldn't. Again, they may, but I wouldn't do that. I know they're going to want a player back in a draft pick, and the draft pick may not be a number one, but they're going to want a player back, and it can't be Booty. It just can't.
Tell me why, Keith. Tell me why.
He's their number one receiver now. This guy has grown into a really good player, and he's on the verge, I think, of being a great player. I really do.
I agree with you. I just wanted to hear what you were going to say. I thought you were probably going to say that AJ Brown is probably a little bit older and and more expensive. Yes,
I'm not trading those years. Again, if they were the same age, that'd be something different. If AJ Brown was heading into his or just started his peak years, what's he? I mean, 2 years of I might have 10 with Booty.
Yeah. So you're saying that trade is just plain Booty.
Booty.
I think that's nuts, but. I just heard it now.
That was great, Keith. That's great. Man, it ain't Booty. It's just nuts.
Oh, man. We had this whole conversation. We had P. Diddy involved in the whole thing, too.
Exactly.
Oil and everything. Oh, my God.
Keith, that was great.
James,
did you mean to do that, Keith? Did you mean to do that?
No, this whole thing's just goofy, James. So.
Yes.
Speaking of Booty situations, Ayuk still on a roster with the Niners, and now they're kind of walking back the idea that he may not be gone, even though just 2 months ago they're like, yeah, he probably took his last snap here.
How do you kiss and make up after all that's gone down here?
Isn't there talk that he's going to Washington once he gets released?
Well, that's the thing, is they might not release him. So no, like this is something that Lynch came out with 2 days ago now. So it sounds like now they're trying to do something. I don't know how you can. Like if he's still on the roster when the season starts, that would be wild to me. Based on this last year and the way both sides have talked to each other, just that's absolute craziness. All that offensive distraction for a team in my division, I'm with it.
Yeah,
if that's true, Bo, it tells me one thing: they are not excited about the pool of wide receivers in the draft pool right there.
For sure.
And of course, they might have some issues with Jennings as well. I mean, he's not a number one guy, but I mean, it's for him wanting more money, and so they just paid their tackle $50 million, and so. It's probably a situation where they don't really have to pay Ayuk a lot of money. They can, because he just didn't show up for anything, including supposedly he didn't show up for his rehab. I mean, a lot of stuff. It's just like, what the hell? So, I mean, I don't know what the situation is, but that just tells me if you're going to contend and deal with all that craziness, that means you're not excited about what's going to happen with the draft. The number one guy that's probably going to be taken is Cornell Tate. And then, of course, they're starting to hype up Jordan Tyson, even though he's got injury history, on the
I like
field.
Tyson a lot.
I like him too, but is he a top 10 pick?
You'll find out when the Giants pick.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
So, Gabe, there you go. There's 49ers stuff. Because that was the first guy that jumped in the chat.
I think there's some good receivers in this draft. I just don't think any of them are going to be there when the 49ers pick. Maybe Boston might be there. He's the one guy that might be there. But I think the rest of them are gone.
No, but you still got second round guys, though. I mean, and so they can either trade back. Maybe they can trade back and get somebody like Ted Hurst or Brazil. Was Brazil out of Tennessee? What's the guy? I forgot.
Brazil. Yeah.
Brazil. Yeah. And I mean, but like you said, Omar Cooper, those guys are going to be gone. Hurst, Mekhi Lemon, they're all going to be gone.
I mean, really, does San Francisco really need to reach into the draft to get a wide receiver? They just signed 2 wide receivers. They got Evans, and they got what's his face?
Pearsall.
Yeah. And then they got still got Parasol and they still got Jawan, and they just signed the dude from what the hell is his name? The guy that played on Houston last year.
Oh, was it Mechie?
No, not Mechie.
No, Mechie went somewhere else.
He played on Jacksonville the year before that. Damn. He got signed to that big contract.
Kirk.
Yeah. There you go.
Christian Kirk.
Yeah. Christian Kirk. Yep. So they got plenty of wide receivers. I don't think they need to go in and get any wide receivers. They got plenty of them.
They might.
If they keep Ayuk,
he's the most talented of the bunch. That's why. That's the key. Talent trumps everything. You could be off your rockers, which may be the case here. Giving away money. You could be just doing dumb things off the field. Like here's
talent is good when you can use it. If you can't use that talent, then there's no sense of having it on your team. But like Bo says, that's great distraction for that team, so that Seattle can kind of
it's funny.
I love noisy off seasons for other teams.
You got some distractions on the other good team in that division too, so that's good for the
LA. Yeah,
the Rams aren't exactly distraction free either. So
yep.
Nakua situation.
Yeah,
they're getting ready to try to extend Stafford. That's another thing.
Well, and they may have to look elsewhere for a backup QB because Garoppolo's talking
about retiring.
I wouldn't count them out of the Ty Simpson if he slips far enough.
Keith, that's really good because I've heard a lot about that too. I heard Ty Simpson to the Rams.
I heard a lot of it earlier. I haven't heard it recently, but it makes perfect sense. But not at 13, they're not going to do it. If they may trade back or trade back up later.
So they may not have to though, because they do have this kid Stetson Bennett hanging out around that organization still.
Let me say this
as a backup.
Yeah, but as someone who can be your future,
right?
Let's not count out LSU's Garrett Nussmeier too. This guy, he kind of reminds me of a Temu version of Matt Stafford. I mean, he's a gunslinger. For real. He's not Matt Stafford, but he's definitely you're going to get some use out of him. I mean, you may have a little bonehead move here and there. Something that when you grab a Temu product, it's great. When you open it up, it's fun, and then all of a sudden, something bad happens, after about 3 or 4 uses, but you still can use it. I think he's going to be let me see. Oh yeah. Oh wow. You guys are going back and forth for real.
Hey, coming right at me. I'm with you. Let's go.
Don't be surprised if Garrett Nussmeier goes in late second, early third.
I think he could have been a higher pick because he had injuries, right? If I remember right.
Yes, it was. He had an oblique throughout the season, and it blew their whole season. LSU, and I mean other things too, and they didn't adjust.
No, but that's what I mean. Is I think had he not had the injuries, he would have been higher in this draft. I think he would have solidly been a second rounder.
Yeah. He was honestly. I mean, the year before he had a phenomenal year, and they were expecting him to be in contention for the Heisman. It's just. The wheels fell off for sure.
Yeah. And then we had the one other guy talking about Dallas. They have the easiest draft ever. Draft everyone on defense and maybe an O-lineman.
For Dallas?
Yeah.
But they're gonna have to trade up though to get a guy they want. They're gonna have to trade up.
There's like 10 elite guys here in this draft, probably. And they got to move up.
That's a stretch to me. That's a stretch to me.
Yeah. They need to move up if they want one of the elite defensive guys. They're going to have to probably package that 20 to move up. And I don't know if they're willing to do it.
They have 2 first rounders, don't they?
12 and 20, I believe.
Yeah. They can get up. They can get up there.
Rob, Danny doesn't even watch football. Like, don't even worry about him.
He's a Redskins fan.
Before I get to
a Redskins fan?
He's a Redskins fan.
Yeah, like I said, he doesn't even watch football.
Before
Danny, they have the number 7 pick.
Before I get to you, James, What do you guys think about Drew Aller?
I think he's a kind of a clone of Nussmeier. They're the same guy. Hurt. I mean, these are the guys we're talking about the top of this draft. You know, we were talking about the top of this draft a year ago. Fernando Mendoza. Nobody mentioned Fernando Mendoza. It was Alar. It was Klubnik. It was Nussmeier, Carson Beck. Those guys are all going in the third round or later.
And of course, Moore was in that conversation. Decided to go back to school.
It's Sellers. So yeah, there's. I like Alar, and Alar was hurt last year, and I think some of these. He's a guy that's going to maybe sneak under the radar here and become a decent quarterback down the road. He's not going to play
the same way. Yeah,
I think he could.
I think behind the right system, he'll be fine. Right. Yeah,
that's the thing we don't. It's such a crapshoot because if that guy ends up in a bad system, it doesn't matter. It's not going to matter.
Yeah,
he's not going to play well. Well, I mean, and that's what worries me with Mendoza, quite frankly.
See, I think he's going into a better situation with the Raiders than like if he was drafted by the Browns, right? Like the Browns have a jersey with 40 names on it for a reason.
Yeah,
and it's not like it. I look at the Browns quarterback situation like when you have a buddy that says his girlfriend is crazy and that's why they broke up. And then you realize that you've said that for 30 of them. You're like, dude, you might be the problem.
Well, if I look at the Raiders' history with players over the last 30 years, it's not a whole lot better than the Browns, by the way. So again,
it's not, but they've at least had some success. Like even if you think of, maybe not huge team success, like Carr at least had good numbers. You can't even get good numbers out of the Browns.
Well, I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I used to have the battle between who was the worst franchise ever, and between Detroit and Cleveland. I gotta say, Cleveland's kind of much making the argument for themselves lately. So
they have a shorter history, though. In fairness to them, they have a shorter history.
They do.
Well, that's because they suck so bad that they stole the team right from underneath them. But anyway.
Well, that's why I keep saying they need to move cities so they can have a chance to win.
There you go. Too many teams in Ohio. Just cannot be two pro football teams in Ohio that stink. You know what I'm saying? But anyway.
To be fair, if they were to merge those teams, they'd have an offense and a defense.
There you go. That's an idea right there. And
man,
they're connected in history as well. So
Rob Baker did have one good season, and then he got hurt the next year, and they pushed him out of town.
Yep.
It was their first playoff win in like 20 years.
They were a fumble away from making the AFC Championship game that year, so they had a pretty good year.
They did. Yeah.
So they chased a really good coach and a pretty good quarterback out of town, so that shows you their dysfunction. So,
and that's my whole point.
So James. What's going on with your Saints, buddy? Who do you think you guys going to get?
Who that say they going to beat them Saints? Everybody. So,
damn.
I don't look. I think the Saints are heading in the right direction. They got a quarterback. They got him in the second round. They got him for a steal, I think, and Chris Olave is probably going to get signed to some big contract. And one of the bigger needs that the Saints actually have is wide receiver. If Cornell Tate were to fall to 8, I think he'd be the guy that they take. I don't see them taking, even though they had a 30-man visit with Jordan Tyson, but they also had one with Tate as well, and Mekhi Lemon. So they definitely need a wide receiver. I just don't see Jordan Tyson nor Mekhi Lemon as a top 8 pick.
No,
yeah. I would prefer Cornell Tate or no wide receiver in the first. If they don't get, clearly they need edge as well. They're not going to get they're not going to get
that's where they went.
Reese, or they're not going to get Arvell Reese. They're not going to get David Bailey. Those guys aren't going to fall that far. Bain may be the guy that falls, and I would gladly take Ruben Baines. Again, they talk about short arm. I read that somebody said that he has alligator arms, and of course I said Tyrannosaurus Rex. But those animals are apex predators. If people don't realize, with the short arms and all, they still dominated. And Ruben Bain, yes, on the line, when you watched him, he dominated. So I think he could still do the same thing. He might not be a 10, 12, 13 sack a season guy, but if he can give you 8 and great rush defense, that's something you want on your team. And I wouldn't mind having Ruben Baines on my team as well. And then if all else fails, none of those guys fall. Mansour Delane, a cornerback, we probably need as well. And again, I would like to have Caleb Downs. That's my guy. That's who I would want. The star role, elite processing ability, and high IQ on a football field. Talented player. He's just a safety. Nobody really wants to take a safety. But I think this is a year that a safety is going to get taken in the top either 5 or 8 or 10. He's not. If he falls to the Saints, let me just say that's the guy that's getting drafted. He's not falling past.
He should.
Else.
I mean, I see a lot of people thinking the Giants are getting Styles and Downs, and I don't see Downs last until 10 for the Giants. Yeah. So
he's not going to go past 8. If I'm just telling you, if he gets to 8 to the Saints, that's who they're taking, unless it's Jeremiah Love and or some other. Either way, the Saints are going to get somebody great at 8. Somebody great at 8.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. I didn't know we had to run.
Yeah, why not, man?
I can't do that.
Robert, to the answer to your question, Dare, I'd like to know what's going on with Detroit too. I believe this team is a wait and see, because to me they've made a lot of transitions over the offseason that weren't up to the level that they lost. So we'll see what that happens. Wait and see. As far as their draft pick concerned, if they get an offensive lineman or an edge, I'd be happy with that. Probably what the Lions will do, they'll probably pick an offensive lineman or a defensive edge that has been injured quite a bit. So we'll see what happens. Because they love them injured. They love them injured players, man. I don't know. They just love the
and Rob, what's actually going to happen is they're not going to do anything useful. Like that's just so that we can watch a panel member lose his mind.
Hey, bring it on, because I'll be sitting there just looking like, yeah, I'm okay, whatever. Let's wait and see, you know. Yeah.
You think, Brian? You think they're going to get an offensive lineman though? Maybe.
Well, the way they were moving this offseason with the offensive linemen, how many offensive linemen they got in order to replace the 2 that they lost was in Glasgow and Decker, and then they got Cade as a center. I mean, they're making the moves. I think what they're going to do is move Panay over to his spot at left tackle, and then they're going to get that Borum guy for right tackle and start him there. I don't know if they're going to they might get one in a later round. I'm thinking they're going to go defense in their first round. I think they're going to try for a safety, a defensive edge, or a linebacker, one of those 3. And I was thinking more they would go edge, because they really don't have a stable edge right now. Not they lost Muhammad. So, and they did sign Wanham from Carolina, but it's like signings that we've had. I mean, they're good replacements, but it's a wait and see. To me, it's just wait and see.
Mesidor should be there when they draft. He's going to be the best edge guy left.
I would love that. Yeah,
he's a little old. I mean, he's 25 or he might be 26 by the time the season starts. I'm not sure, and he's had some injury issues. But this guy rushes a quarterback like, he's really good. He had like 35 sacks in his college career. Great player. Everybody, we all talk about Bain. I do too, but Mesidor is really good too.
Yeah, but I'm not sure about Borum either, but it is what it is.
So, Rob, I haven't heard anything about Lawrence, and when it comes to retirements, no news is good news.
I didn't even know he was talking retirement. He's talking retiring?
Yeah, he did right at the end of the season, actually. There was speculation.
Should he let the team know sometime before the draft starts?
No, I mean, he's going to follow the Aaron Rodgers approach. Now you're completely hosed. I'll think about giving you an answer.
Unbelievable.
But no,
You do like Ragnow did to the Lions. You know, I wait until after the draft and say
I
I'm
got to see
retiring.
like he's retiring. That's what I'd have to do. I mean, if I'm the Steelers, I got to assume Rodgers isn't coming back. If I'm the Hawks, I got to presume Lawrence isn't coming back.
so it sounds more likely he'll be back than anything else. So, and it wasn't even necessarily from his camp saying that. It was a lot of speculation that he might want to go out on top, right?
Sports media, yeah.
Yeah. So it wasn't even necessarily anything that was coming from his camp. That being said, the fact that we haven't heard anything, and really we haven't heard anything out of Seattle, period. Like incredibly quiet offseason for Seattle in general, which I'm a big fan of because that means they're doing work, right? As opposed to putting out fires, which is, what the rest of our division is doing. So I'm a big fan of how that's going.
All right, so this question, it just came into my head. What do you think? Who you think is going to be? What team you think is going to make the biggest surprise splash in the first round?
It's always one dumb owner, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Well, yeah, I was thinking more positive, but that could work too. You know, the negative could work too.
That's where my head always goes. I'm sorry.
Dallas has incentive to move up, and I think Arizona has incentive to move down. There's not nobody that they want in the third as a third overall pick that they really want.
I'll give you a surprise move. Love to Cardinals at 3. Nobody's talking about it. I don't understand why they aren't taking Jeremiah Love at 3.
They have a stable of running backs already. I mean, I get it. He's world changing. I get it.
They got nobody that good.
No, they don't. I like Benson, Trey Benson out of Florida State. I like the guy that just came out of Atlanta. They traded. I mean, not traded for. They signed Tyler Algier.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they got Connors.
Connors coming back. Yeah.
I don't.
There's a stable of running backs there. I could see them. I could see them trading down.
If he's going to be on that team,
They won't like
I mean, they
really take David Bailey. They take David Bailey
because he's going to sit behind people. They just unsigned 2 running backs. So they re-signed Connor. Connor's not going to. They're not going to move Connor to a second string running back for
because they're dumb owners. They should have not signed any of those guys and drafted Jeremiah Love.
Well, I didn't say they were.
To be totally dumb.
Well, we got quite a few of those franchises in this.
I think we're going to see some surprises in this first round, which people trading all around mostly back. I don't think you're going to see more teams trading back than trading up.
I mean, especially because the skill positions are so limited for this first round. Like it's going to be a lot of offensive and defensive line, which is great for the teams that need it, right? But if you need skill positions, this one is a light load here. And it's not that necessarily any of the offensive and defensive linemen are elite either. Like I think if you're picking in that 15th spot through about the 40th spot, you have a very similar guy, which is why trading back's going to be a little bit tough in some situations because it's like, look, I don't have to go reach to get the guy because although the name on the back might be different, the skill set's the same.
That's why if you're in the top 12. If you trade back, you can get a haul from somebody because everybody's going to – I mean, there's quite a few teams that are going to probably try to get up into that top 12 spots because they can get somebody that's elite in that area or top 10. So.
Well, on that note, we do enjoy everybody in the comment section that chimed in. Of course, you gentlemen are the greatest. On this unprofessional professional Wednesday, do join Keith next on his college show here, and we will bid you adieu, and we'll see you next Wednesday after the draft, so we can talk about it then too. So happy draft day tomorrow. Peace out.
See you guys.
Peace out.
Yeah.